Hello guys, welcome in the next video of the Databricks series. In this video, let's go through how to use PySpark, where clause in Databricks we are taking as simple as, so we don't have any issue in understanding. Let's click on PySpark, where clause notebook, where we need to understand where clause works in SQL and in Python. Let's click on our next where clause notebook. As you can see, our Python interpreter is selected and our cluster is also up and running. Let's go on the first cell. As you can see, we have sample superstore CSV file available as input file, where we are trying to create our table called sales data. As you can see, we have header is equal to true and infer schema is equal to true. Let's execute this cell. As you can see, it giving us OK. That means our table is created. Same way, we have sample superstore CSV file in the next cell, and we are using Python code to create a data frame df object, which we will utilize later on. As you can see, in result set we have all rows and columns are available from df object. Let's go on the next cell. We are trying to go with simple where clause examples, where we can apply some of the conditions, and using those conditions it will filter out some of the records out of the sales data table here. Let's execute the cell, and we will have all the records filter out using a particular city. Let go in the next cell. We can also write the similar condition in Python, where we need to filter out few records using the city column, and we are using select star method at the end of the Python code. Means I want to see this particular city with all the columns available into the data frame. Let's execute the cell. We have all the columns in the result set, but city is filtered out as per our choice. Let's go in the next cell. The minor difference I want to show over here with the select star. We can write select star method directly with the date frame object, or as we have written like in previous cell at the end of the filter method. There is no difference in these two. Wherever you want, you can write select star method directly and results will be similar. There is no difference writing select star, so we can write after filter or before filter, anywhere we can write. Let's go in the cell. I want to show how we can apply where clause within numeric columns. You can see row ID is a numeric column, and we want to filter out row ID with 9080 value. Let's execute the cell. We can see the filtered results in the output cell. As you can, we have similar code written with Python, and I want all the columns filtered out with row ID which is equal to 9080 value. Let's execute this cell, and we have similar result you can see in the output with the Python code. Let's go in the next cell, where we want to apply greater than or less than sign on numerical columns. As you can see, we want to filter out all the records in the row ID column which is greater than 9080 column. Let's execute this cell. Using the similar kind of code within Python to filter out the row ID greater than 9080 columns. Let's execute this cell, as we have similar results. Let's go in the next cell, where I want to apply AND condition in where clause with two different columns, where we have with two different values. So we want to filter out city and segment with and clause within where, so that both the column comes in the output. As you can see, with the segment we have consumer related items, and city is also filtered out as per our choice. You can see similar kind of functionality we are applying within Python code, and you can see how we apply AND clause in Python. Then we can write multiple columns within parentheses. We can have two or more columns within the filter method, as many as columns we want to write. We can write, just we need to provide AND over condition as per our requirement in the results. You can also see we have data filtered out. Let's go in the next cell, where we have OR condition with a similar column. So I want to apply city and segment with OR condition. Whatever matches, it should give us the results back. As you can see in the results that we have segment filtered out with consumer value, and we can also check with the city results. Let's go in the next cell. We are applying city and segment where clause with OR condition. So you can see how we apply OR condition in Python. So there is a pipe symbol which we can use for the conditions we are using parenthesis to make sure we have multiple columns. Let's execute this cell as you can see. The data is also filtered out, and there is no difference with SQL. Let's go in the next cell where we have region column, and I want to see how IN methods work in SQL and in Python. Let's execute this cell. As you can see, region is filtered out with south and north, and both regions are in the output. Let's go in the next cell. As you can see, we are importing functions package to use QL function, and you can also change star with QL function. So there is a method in which we can use QL function in Python code. Let's execute the cell. As you can see, the results are also similar, and we can filter out with multiple values. Let's go in the next cell where we want to apply between in the close. I want to filter out row ID between 15 and 42. That execute the cell. As you can see, ID is greater than 15 and less than 42 in the results set. Let's go in the Excel to see how we can write between their close in Python. As you can see, we can execute this cell to filter out the results. We have between where clause with dates, and we can also filter out the column within the range. Let's execute this cell. You can check the ship date results within the provided range. Let's go in the next cell where we want to execute between clause with the range and Python code, and we can call our between method from PySpark API. Let's execute this cell, and we can see the results set as within the data range in the similar way. We can also provide not between SQL. So in the next cell, we have the similar example where we are using not between as same way. We can also write this in Python code. Let's execute this cell. As you can see, ship date is not between the date range. In the result set, let's go in the next cell. We have not sign available within the filter method, which we can apply on the ship date column or any another column. We can have some example with not T conditions in the later videos, but as you can see how we apply not condition within the Python code. If we have multiple columns and we want to apply between an and T condition with different columns, then we can write the SQL conditions as we have written in next cell. Execute this. As you can see, we have results available. Let's go in the next cell where we want to write the similar condition in Python code where we have between method and altogether a different column reason where I want to apply and condition. Let's execute this cell. As you can see how we can apply multiple conditions to one single cell. We have the results available in the next cell. We want to apply like condition on customer name, and I want to print out all customer names which ends with T letter. Let's execute this cell. As you can see, we have all customer names are available which ends with T later in results set. Let's go in the next cell where we want to apply the similar condition in Python code. As you can see, we have a like function which we can take one parameter and we want to apply T letter into it. As you can see, similar code is also written in the next cell. Similar kind of like condition we have, but we want to take out all of the customer's name which starts with A, and we can have any letter after A. So you can see we have customer name available in the results set. Let's go in the next cell where we want to apply is null condition on one particular column. As you can see, we want all the order IDs which is our null. Let's execute the cell. As you can see, we have all order IDs which are in the result set. Let's go in the cell where we want to apply the null condition in where clause with Python code condition. As you can see, we have function available within the PySpark API. Let's execute the cell. That's all we have for this video. I hope you learned something about Databricks. In the next video, we will go through Databricks new topic. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and see you in the next video.